Hey guys, welcome to Pages with Sidra. Today we are going to start chapter 540 of I Have 90 Billion Licking Gold Coins. If you haven't watched the previous chapters, make sure to check them out on my channel. Now, without any delay, let's dive into the chapter. Night had fallen. Yao Qingtan had officially moved into the main residence's bedroom, assigned to personally serve Chen Yuan. To her, this was the perfect opportunity she had been waiting for. Only by staying close to Chen Yuan would she have the best chance to make her move. Meanwhile, hidden in the shadows, Xiantian medicine ancestor frowned. Qingtan has moved into the main residence. This makes it even harder for me to communicate with her. I can't just take her away under Chen Yuan's nose. For now, I'll have to stay put and wait for the right moment. He sighed heavily. If I had known things would turn out like this, I would have bought a damn phone earlier and learned how to type. Even elementary school kids these days can use pinyin, yet I, who have lived for centuries, can't even recognize those 26 letters properly. This is embarrassing. The old ancestor shook his head in frustration. He had initially thought Chen Yuan would be an easy target. A single slap would have been enough to end him, and he could have taken Qingtan back to Medicine King Valley without any trouble. But now, things had taken a completely unexpected turn. If only I had bought a phone earlier. No wonder everyone in this era was glued to their screens. Having a phone really was convenient. At the same time, inside the main residence's bedroom, after finishing her bath, Yao Qingtan stood in front of the mirror. Her reflection seemed fairer than it had been during the day. She frowned. This is bad. The effects of the black face ointment only last half a month. It's already starting to fade. I can't apply another layer so soon. It would damage my skin. I have to act fast. I wonder where Ancestor is right now. Alone in an unfamiliar world, Yao Qingtan felt a deep sense of loneliness and helplessness. For the first time, she craved an anchor, a sense of belonging. She curled up in the corner of the room, hugging her knees. Without realizing it, crystal-clear tears slipped from the corners of her eyes. At this moment, she was like a shivering little white rabbit. Alone, without friends or family by her side, forced to face everything on her own. 2 a.m. Yao Qingtan was still wide awake. Lying on her bed, she absent-mindedly scrolled through Koi Video on her Pangu 7 smartphone. The algorithm had already tailored recommendations for her. She lazily flipped through a few videos until a particular video thumbnail caught her eye. The first frame of the video showed a scene from the Regal Hotel cafeteria in Shanghai. A man, whose face was pixelated, was suddenly attacked by an assassin. However, with lightning-fast reflexes, he dodged the incoming bullet and flicked a needle with pinpoint accuracy, piercing the assassin's forehead right in the center. His movements were clean and effortlessly elegant. Yao Qingtan's eyes widened. The 9 Dragons Flying Needle? That's a secret technique from Medicine King Valley. The person in this video. Could it be? Her fingers trembled as she whispered in shock. Senior brother Shiyun? She stared at the video in disbelief. It had to be him. Shiyun was supposed to be dead, yet here he was, alive and fighting. Her breathing grew heavy as she continued watching. More assassins emerged, wielding AK rifles, unleashing a hailstorm of bullets at Shiyun. Although skilled, he was outnumbered. Realizing he was at a disadvantage, he leapt out of a window to escape. The heavenly silkworm armor, impervious to blades and bullets. This confirms it. It's definitely senior brother Shiyun. Then, she noticed something even more shocking. These assassins, they're the same as the ones who attacked us at the Chun family estate. If that's the case, then doesn't that mean? Her expression twisted in fury. These killers must be working for that bastard Chen Yuan. Her hatred ignited like wildfire. She clenched her fists, nails digging into her palm. The video's final scene sent a dagger through her heart. Shiyun, chased all the way to Huangpu River, was caught in a massive explosion. A deafening boom rang through the footage. The screen went black, and when the smoke cleared, he was gone. Reduced to mere fragments of flesh, completely obliterated. Yao Qingtan's vision blurred as tears spilled from her eyes. Woo woo woo. Her muffled sobs filled the silent room. Senior brother Shiyun, you died so horribly. I swear, I will personally kill that wretched dog, Chen Yuan. I will take his head and offer it before your spirit. She wept uncontrollably. Shiyun was more than just a fellow disciple. He was the boy she had grown up with, the only person she had ever truly admired. Had fate been kinder, Shiryun would have stayed in Medicine King Valley forever. They would have been an inseparable pair, destined for each other. But now, that possibility had been ripped away, leaving nothing but a void of grief and hatred. Just then, a second video appeared in her feed. Another surveillance recording. This time, the setting was painfully familiar. The Chun family estate. The screen showed the luxurious mansion bathed in golden light, but something was eerily wrong. Not a single soul was visible. Then, bang! The estate's massive gates were kicked open. 3 mysterious figures in ancient robes stormed inside. In less than a minute, they were surrounded by 500 elite soldiers. Gunfire erupted. Explosions flashed across the screen. The battle was pure chaos. Both sides suffered heavy casualties. And then, Bachin Medicine King fell, dead on the spot. Xiantian Medicine Ancestor, despite being gravely injured, managed to flee with Yao Qingtan. She remembered this night vividly, because she had lived through it herself. At this point, she assumed the footage was over. But to her surprise, the video continued. Once the Medicine Ancestor escaped, a new figure emerged from the shadows. A man known only as Dongxian Medicine Sovereign. Another battle erupted, even more brutal than the last. With unmatched strength, Dongxian obliterated the remaining assassins, wiping them out completely. Yao Qingtan sat frozen in shock. Her mind struggled to process what she was seeing. What the hell is going on? Why would Dongxian Medicine Sovereign kill his own allies? Aren't they all working for Qin Yuan? Unless these assassins weren't sent by Qin Yuan at all. A terrifying possibility formed in her mind. She quickly replayed both videos, analyzing every detail. A chilling realization began to take shape. Senior brother Shiryun was ambushed. The Medicine King Valley trio was also ambushed. But nowhere in either video was there any direct proof that these assassins were following Qin Yuan's orders. Her pupils shrank. Wait, what if these people were also trying to kill Qin Yuan? And when they saw us at the Qin estate, they mistakenly thought we were Qin Yuan's allies, so they attacked us too? Her face went pale. Did we make a horrible mistake? Her heart pounded violently. If this was true, then everything Medicine King Valley had done, all their vengeance, had been directed at the wrong person. A 3-generation-long grudge, all built on a massive misunderstanding. Her lips trembled. No way. This can't be real. She suddenly felt utterly lost. If this was the truth, then she, her master, and even her ancestors, had been nothing more than scapegoats. A centuries-old joke. A wave of nausea rolled over her. She refused to believe it. But deep down, the evidence spoke for itself. Her hands shook as she desperately searched online for more clues. The more she investigated, the more undeniable the truth became. She had wronged an innocent man. But what scared her the most was that the videos she saw couldn't be found anywhere else. They were exclusively pushed to her feed, curated specifically for her. By whom? And for what purpose? She didn't know. But she was about to find out. The more Yao Qingtan scrolled, the more she learned about Qin Yuan. And what she discovered left her utterly shaken. Out of every 10 videos she watched, at least one was about the legendary Master Yin. She saw footage of Qin Yuan playing the piano, his elegant and refined demeanor making him seem like a celestial scholar. Then, she saw him playing the violin, a breathtaking figure as majestic as an immortal standing atop a mountain peak. When he played Go, his aura was commanding and absolute, as if he were a ruler looking down upon the board. When he acted in films, his performances were electrifying, captivating every single soul in the audience. In everything he did, he was precise, dedicated, and flawless. His talents had transcended mortal limits. A man of boundless skill, effortless grace, and peerless charm. And yet, he wasn't just a man of artistic mastery. He was also a philanthropist. Despite amassing an immense fortune, he never hesitated to give back to society. Some once accused Master Yin of donating 10 billion just for publicity. But in truth, his donations to the CY Charity Foundation alone had exceeded 300 billion. He invested heavily in medical advancements, making healthcare cheaper and more accessible for the people. He also revolutionized education. In Duntian New City, from kindergarten to high school, students could attend completely free of charge. No tuition fees. No extra charges for textbooks, supplies, or tutoring. His vision? To extend this free education model to the entire province, and eventually, the entire nation. Whenever natural disasters struck, Feidun Capital was always the first to provide aid, donating no less than 1 billion each time. Feidun Capital even went a step further. Instead of outsourcing construction workers, they hired them as full-time employees, providing them with social security benefits and long-term stability. In doing so, Qin Yuan single-handedly created 300,000 jobs. A true entrepreneur with a conscience. And that was just Feidun Capital. If one included his other companies. Big Cat TV, Mingming Shopping, Koi Technology, Hansheng Pharmaceutical Group, Ruo Yuan Medical Group, CY Technology, Xianin Film Studio, Superstar Group, War God Studio. Then the total number of jobs he created easily exceeded 1 million. And if you counted all the partner companies working with him, that number skyrocketed into the millions. If Qin Yuan fell, millions would lose their jobs overnight. Millions of families would lose their source of income, and an economic disaster would follow. Yao Qingtan was left speechless. Her heart trembled as she processed everything. A true hero dedicates himself to the nation and its people. That was the ideal that senior brother Shi Yun had always cherished. But in the end, he never got the chance to fulfill it. Instead, Qin Yuan did, and he had surpassed all expectations. If she killed Qin Yuan just to satisfy her personal vengeance, then millions would suffer. Countless people depended on him. There were parents, wives, children, people who had finally found stability after surviving the hardships of recent disasters, taking away their livelihoods. Wouldn't that be another disaster? Yao Qingtan let out a deep breath. Her decision was made. She would not kill Qin Yuan. Qin Yuan must not die. Not only could she not kill him, she had to stop her master from killing him too. Otherwise, the consequences would be catastrophic. This entire grudge between them was built on a misunderstanding. If they killed Qin Yuan over a false assumption, causing countless innocents to suffer, wouldn't that make them villains who slay the righteous? As Yao Qingtan reflected on all of this, her admiration for Qin Yuan only deepened. Ding, ding, ding. Yao Qingtan, favorability plus 30. Yao Qingtan, favorability plus 30. Yao Qingtan, favorability plus 30. Current favorability, 30. Qin Yuan, who was still sleeping, suddenly heard the system notifications in his head. His favorability with Yao Qingtan had jumped from the negatives to 30 in a single night. Did this girl just binge watch my videos all night? Short videos were truly addictive. Once you started scrolling, you just couldn't stop. The next morning, with dark circles under her eyes, Yao Qingtan dutifully resumed her role as Qin Yuan's personal maid. Her tasks were simple: serving tea, preparing his fresh clothes, and keeping his massive master bedroom clean. Of course, since Qin Yuan's main bedroom was over 200 square meters, it still took some effort. Luckily, other servants handled the rest of the mansion. After tidying up, Yao Qingtan went downstairs to throw out the trash. But just as she stepped outside, a shadowy figure appeared behind her and covered her mouth. Chill. Qingtan, don't scream, it's me. She instantly froze. That voice. Her master. Laozu. Is it really you? In a flash, she was dragged into a hidden corner, where she finally saw her master's face. Or rather, she barely recognized him. The mighty Xintian Yaozu had disguised himself as a lowly janitor, blending seamlessly into the estate. Even as his own disciple, she hadn't noticed. His disguise technique was truly terrifying. If he hadn't spoken, she never would have known. Qingtan, thank the heavens you're safe. The old man gripped her shoulders. Come with me, quickly. This place is far more dangerous than you realize. He leaned in, his voice deadly serious. Do you have any idea? That bastard Qin Yuan has probably already figured out your identity. And yet, you still dare to stay by his side. Are you trying to get yourself killed? But Yao Qingtan stood firm. Master, I can't leave. I've discovered some crucial new evidence. Qin Yuan may not be the villain we thought he was. Senior brother Shi Yun, Uncle Beichen. Their deaths might have nothing to do with him. She took a deep breath. Until I uncover the truth, I refuse to leave the Chun estate. Xiantian Yaozu's face twisted in disbelief. Have you lost your mind, girl? You spent one day by Qin Yuan's side, and now you're defending him? You're even willing to forget our sex blood feud. The old man's eyes darkened. For centuries, their Yao Wang Valley had been renowned for its ruthless vendettas. No one had ever questioned their revenge until now. Had Chen Yuan cast some kind of spell on her? Master, please. Yao chinked and quickly took out her phone. This isn't about forgetting our grudge. It's about finding the real enemy. Look at this video. The truth might be completely different from what we believed. She was just about to show him the evidence when a voice interrupted them. Qing Tan, what's taking so long? You've been throwing out the trash for ages. She snapped her head toward the voice. It was Lu Jia, one of the senior maids. The boss is about to have breakfast. Get back inside now. Ah, why yes, coming. Just as she turned back, Xiantian Yaozu suddenly slipped a small pouch into her hands. His voice was low and urgent. Qing Tan, take this. This is Snow Emperor's silkworm poison. Colorless, odorless. Even a fourth-tier powerhouse would die instantly. His eyes sharpened. You are the only one close enough to poison Chen Yuan's food. Use it. Kill him. Avenge our fallen brothers. Yao chinked and stiffened. In her palm, the tiny poison pouch felt heavier than a mountain. That's it for today's chapter recap. If you enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with the latest manga, manhwa, and manhwa recaps. Got thoughts on today's chapter? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear your take on the story. Also, if you know other fans who were reading this manhwa but stopped because it got axed, share this video with them. The more support we get, the more motivation we'll have to keep making these videos. See you in the next one. Until then, keep turning the pages.